Kia ora. My name is Te Hurinui, this is Tamia. What we're going to cover today is fantail striking techniques. How we actually punch. In most conventional systems, we have a punching techniques that requires this sort of action or this sort of action. So what we do in the fantail system, actually we use the most natural way that you can to use your fists or your knuckles for punching. So I don't know whether this is really a punch or a strike, but this is what we do. So, get a pad. Okay, most traditional punching techniques obviously is this sort of way. Doesn't really matter whether it's karate, boxing, or the Wing Chun type techniques, but they all require the power comes from however you do it, the rotation of the body, the hips and the shoulders, and you need to force the power away from you, that sort of thing. But in the fantail system we don't strike like that. What we do is we use a very natural way to use your fist. So I'll give you a demonstration. When you go knock on somebody's door, or knock on a door or window, you don't knock like this, or you don't knock like this. How you knock is like this technique. So what's that saying? Is that that's the most natural way that a human being can use the knuckles for striking, like this. So this is how we strike. Our fantail jab is from here and it strikes hitting the pad, and obviously there's a lot of wrist movement there. Hold it still. There, this sort of movement. So it's like knocking on the door. Is exactly how we do the jabbing technique, like this. The good thing about this sort of technique is that the power comes from when it strikes the pad, the wrist releases, and it's the circular motion and a pulling back motion. So the power is down and back, not out and away from you. Okay, you can get a lot of natural speed this way, and the knuckles dig deep into your opponent there. So Tammy will show you how we do it. So she just digs the knuckles in. There you go. There you go. Okay, so when we're actually using it, what makes this strike here quite effective for us is that if you're going to parry a conventional technique, just like the jab, this sort of thing, it's quite easy to parry. Doesn't matter what sort of punch I use, it's quite easy to parry. But when we use this technique, it's a circular motion, so it's missed quite easy. And what happens is that after you strike, you're actually pulling back into the position that you started with. Instead of having to go all the way out, then having to pull it all the way back with a different technique. It's just one technique, and it naturally rotates back into where it started, where it come from. So this is the way we do the basic strike, the striking techniques, or the fantail punching technique is this technique here. Not this way coming towards you, this rolling motion. The fantail punch, you see my fist, it's like this, it's not even clenched, basically like that, and it's just knocking on these knuckles here do the striking, and they dig deep. So if we did it in a combat situation, just to demonstrate how it goes. So if Tommy just throws a punch here, I can come and just strike here. And the beauty of this is not striking and pulling back, it's striking coming down and actually hitting with the forearm to trap anything that's coming there. So there's a lot of benefits to using a basic strike like this. That's fast. So it's here, there. So that's just a simple way to use this. So the Fantail punch is basically like this, and the power comes from a downward motion and a pulling back motion here. So you can't really over punch and get off balance. If I have to reach out from here and there, I can still hit and then rotate it back there. Okay? Thank you.